Hello everyone, I hope you all are good, doing well. So today we are here with another theme, and I picked this theme from today's newspaper of The Hindu, that is 21st of January 2025. So today we are going to complete one of the important topic with respect to our UPSC examination as well as with respect to our PCS examination. So the theme of today's lecture is Indian Judiciary as a pillar of a democracy. So in today's lecture we are going to deal in depth about this topic, and without further delaying, let's start this lecture. So the lecture is prepared by me. My name is Shama. Time and again I always emphasize, whatever you are reading, try to connect it with your syllabus. So here we can see we can directly connect it with our prelim syllabus also, that is of polity. I forget to include the prelim syllabus, but here you can you already have gone through, I hope. So in GS paper 2 we can see that we can connect this topic from structure, functioning and independence of judiciary, judicial review, judicial activism and accountability. In essay paper also we can have this kind of a question, and apart from that we can see in this same theme or related or directly indirectly, like in GS paper 4 also, like judiciary is a symbol of ethics and impartiality in governance. So case study case study can also be asked. Apart from that, we have seen like time and again when there are certain judgment or certain step which has been taken by the parliament or court in order to reform judiciary, so that we have to keep in our mind with respect to our UPSC examination. So this was the article which was talking about the judiciary or the judicial with respect to the judicial system. So let's start our lecture. So the first what we are going to see, like India, if I talk about the judiciary, is one of the three pillars of Indian democracy alongside executive and legislature. So it is tasked with interpreting law, protecting constitution, ensuring justice. So in a democracy, judiciary serves as a guardian of right, a check on arbitrary power and a means to resolve impartially. So let's look on this question, why judiciary is a pillar of democracy. So the first point we can see, judiciary act as a guardian of the constitution. Judiciary ensure that law passed by the legislature and the action of executive are consistent with constitution. It has a power of judicial review to strike down unconstitutional law or action. So because of, while keeping this point in mind, we can see judiciary is the guardian of constitution. Apart from that, second point we can see, that is protection of fundamental right. Judiciary uphold fundamental right of citizen under part 3rd of the constitution. And landmark case we have seen, or you might have studied, that is Keshwanand Bharti versus State of Kerala, Menka Gandhi versus Union of India, shows its role in safeguarding right. The third point is independence of judiciary. So Indian judiciary operates independently, free from interference by executive and legislature both. The Collegium system for judicial appointment and security of tenure for judges ensures its independence. So the fourth point is role of check and balance. So judiciary prevent the misuse of power by the executive and legislature by maintain the principle of separation of power as well. So the last point which we can see here, that is role in social justice. So landmark cases, like you might have read in your book, that is Vishakha versus State of Rajasthan, where Supreme Court addressed the workplace harassment, and in MC Mehta case that was related to environmental protection, highlights his role in advancing social justice. So the next we can see here, structure of judiciary. So if I talk about the structure of judiciary, we all are aware that there are three structures. We can divide it into three layers. The first and topmost is Supreme Court, that is apex court, guardian of the constitution. At the second level we have, that is at a state level, we are having High Court. So at a state level, that is there are total 25 in total we have High Court. Apart from that, we can see here the Parliament of India can establish a single High Court for multiple states, and the High Court is the highest court in a state. So we have seen, like in PCS examination, the question has been asked, which High Court, like which state share or which High Court, which state share is its High Court with the other state. And the third layer we can see, that is district and subordinate court. So I request you all to point out or look into which state state sharing high court. So just write it down, or just draw a map of India and draw the map of a state, the map of a state in which high court is, and the state which is sharing its border with it. So now if we see that Supreme Court of India, then its factual information is given here. You might have already read in detail, so I am not covering this topic in depth. So we have seen that the Supreme Court of India has been established in the year 1950, and the composition, we have one Chief Justice of India and 33 other judges. Power, if we talk, then it has original jurisdiction in matters to resolving the dispute between a state, between center and a state, and between states and state also. So the next we can see, we have the Supreme Court has appellate jurisdiction in terms of civil and criminal appeals. Advisory jurisdiction, Supreme Court has if under Article 143, if President asks anything from from Judiciary, so Judiciary are obliged to provide answer to the president. And judicial review, that is something which we have seen the kind of a power which Supreme Court has, like it can review its own judgment also. So the next we are seeing here the High Court. So I already told you that the number of High Court as of 2025 is 25 High Court we are having, and High Court is also having original jurisdiction, but it is not as broad as Supreme Court having, rather it is limited in manner. And it has appellate jurisdiction, subordinate to the Supreme Court but superior to the lower court. So example we can see here, Allahabad High Court is the largest, but if we talk about the Sikkim High Court, that is the smallest. So if we see the structure of subordinate court, we have two types, and one is district court, which deals in the civil and sessions, and another is magistrates courts. So what their role, they handle the bulk of cases at a grassroots level in order to ensure quick justice for the common people. So the most important topic which came here, that is the challenges faced by the judiciary. The first point which I have mentioned here, that is judicial pendency. So over 4 crore of cases are pending in Indian court, and this delay justice undermine the faith in judiciary. So we have seen, as per the dictum, justice delay is a justice denied. So this is what has been pronounced by the Supreme Court itself. But we are seeing still we are having more than 4 crore cases that are pending in India's court. Next we can see the judicial accountability, that concern about the transparency in the Collegium system and accountability of judge is a matter of a concern. The third point which we can see here, that is overreach and activism. So time and again we have seen that the judgment of judiciary came which somehow try to intervene or cross its boundary and go into the domain of legislature and executive in order to maintain justice, or sometimes it can also seize as a activism also. So this judicial activism blurs the line between judiciary and legislature. So this raises a matter of a concern about judicial overreach also. If I talk about the fifth point, that is access to justice, so the legal cost and the procedure complexities and the time that make justice system very inaccessible for the marginal group. The fifth point which we can see here, that is a corruption. So corruption is a major impediment to the judiciary's ability to perform optimally. The Chief Justice of India approve a FIR against a judge accused of accepting bribe. So let's see what all we can do in order to tackle this kind of a corruption. So the last point here we can see, that is infrastructure and technological gap also. So here we are seeing that many Indian courts lack adequate infrastructure, technological support also. Other challenges we can see, like educating the judiciary, case management, lack of transparency in judicial procedure, as well as the delay in appointment. Apart from that, we can also include that judicial vacancy, like as of January 2024, the data which I found, that it was saying High Court collectively have 783 out of 11 I could say more than we are in need of around 1200 sanction, more than 12,000 sanction judge, but currently we are having only 783 around. So this was the rough picture which I remember. And at district level there are more than 5,000 vacancies are there. So delay in judicial appointment often, like they, due to the, like, why this happened? So this happened due to the friction between the judiciary and executive. So this further help, or this further help in increasing the workload of existing judges and slowing down the judicial process. So now next we are seeing here the next important thing, that is challenges phase that we have done. Now we are seeing the judicial reform and suggestion. So if we look at this topic, the first point which I have mentioned here, that is speedy justice. So we have to promote alternative dispute resolution like mediation, arbitration. We have to implement technology in order to further provide justice on time. Like we have to implement technology in a court like e-filing, virtual hearing. So we have to implement this kind of a reform in our judiciary. If I see here the second point, that is judicial accountability. To reform, we have to reform the Collegium system in order to enhance transparency in judicial appointment. So this has always been since very long time a bone of like a point where even judiciary is being opaque and the government is also not being in coherence with the judiciary. So we need to introduce a judicial performance evaluation mechanism in order to tackle this issue. Increased infrastructure, we have to establish more court, we have to recruit additional judges to reduce pendency. If we talk about the legal awareness, that is also low. We have to conduct a legal literacy program to make citizens aware of their right. The next we can streamline the case management through technology. As I said, that is, we can use the e-code project for digitalization, online case filling, AI assisted case management. So we have seen the one policy, that is fast and secure transmission of electronic record for quick communication of court order, and train judicial staff for effective adaptations. So another point we can see here, that is ADR mechanism, that is alternate dispute resolution like mediation. I already said Lok Adalat to ease the court burden. So there is a need to accelerate maintenance of Mediation Act 2023 and established more mediation center and train professional in order to mediate the cases. Judicial appointment and vacancy, we have to fill it and establish a specialized court and tribunal. So there is a need to expand a specialized court like National Company Law Tribunal, NCLT, and POSCO court to areas such as IPR, environmental law, leveraging domain expertise for faster resolution. We have to improve legal aid and access to justice also. And apart from that, we have to, like, judicial outreach and public education is one of the important things which we have to look. The next we are seeing here the recent reform, that is the e-court judicial appointment through the debate between Collegium system and NJAC, and the fast track court in order to, like, how they can help in the reducing the case dependency, awareness campaign. So this all we can include. So if I conclude this lecture here, we can say that Indian judiciary play a vital role in upholding principle of democracy. So its independence and impartiality ensure that justice is accessible to all, and it acts as a checks on misuse of a power. So being an UPSC aspirant, we have to be very clear about the role of judiciary and the kind of a power it has, in which domain we should be very much aware about this. So I'm ending this lecture here. That's all for today. I hope to see you soon. I will pick some another topic tomorrow. Till then, take care. And if you like this, if you have any questions, or if what's your thought on this topic, you can comment us in the comment section and let us know your thought about the judiciary. Like, do you also think we need certain changes in judicial system, and if we need, what all we can provide. So that's all for today. Hope to see you soon. Till then, take care. Thank you.